Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is GameSir X5S. This wireless game controller is meant for serious business. It should elevate your mobile gaming experience. No matter if you play things on your phone or probably even play things on your Switch, because this thing supports a variety of devices. You can transform the way you use your phone, and I'm going to show you, by the way, hands-on in this video, or use your Switch, and you can turn your phone or your tablet into a proper handheld console. Also, this controller is really feature-packed, allowing you to change your buttons, glyph swap, having HD feedbacks, and probably one of the biggest or best features, it has also drift-proof Hall sticks. The Hall effect means that these controls and the one on the back, the triggers, are using magnets, compared to the mechanical solutions where we have manual friction, and with time it might cause things like drift. Yeah, this thing should be the better solution. Also, it has a Bluetooth connection, but you can also link it to your mobile phone using a USB-C cable, guys. And it does also support 2.5 GHz wireless connection. You need for that an additional dongle, but if you want to really go like latency free, then you can use either the USB-C direct connection to your phone or use a 2.5 GHz wireless. All right, enough talks. Now let's try to unbox this baby and let's review this. Cable, a smaller box. What the heck is this, guys? Okay, this is interesting. GameSir. Now, I don't think this is the product. This seems to be like a carrying case. Oh, the carrying case indeed has also a cutout for the USB-C connection. By the way, they also shipped a cable. So it's a USB-A to USB-C cable. The cable seems to be a nice thick cable. What do we have here? I guess this is gonna be some nice instructions. Let's open this. What? Some other things inside. And here, guys, this should be the manual. GameSir, just in game. Okay, you can join the GameSir Discord community. Oh, a very nice sticker, by the way. This is cool. GameSir sticker. By the way, GameSir is also the company behind GameHub, which I'm going to show you guys playing GTA 5 directly on my phone. This is the instruction. GameSir X5S. Package contains compatibility, Android and above, iOS 13, which means iPhone, Switch, and of course also Windows 10 and above, guys. So you can use your Android phone, you can use your iPhone, you can use also your Switch. Now let's have a look at the product itself. Open this, and then, guys, this is the product. What the heck? Or I'm gonna show you later, guys. We have the left stick here, right stick here, we have the D-pad, we have the A, B, X, Y buttons here. This is the menu button, guys. Here, this is the home button, and yeah, we have an M button that you can use to perform various nice things. All right, now, how big can it get? All right, you can see, actually very big. You probably can fit in a tablet as well. Yeah, and it looks very sturdy, by the way. On the back, we have the GameSir logo, also with a nice grip. Now, what we have here, guys, we have the USB-C port that you can use to connect your phone. Let me show you some of the other controllers that I use right now. This is the Zyke. Can also get big enough, and it has a USB-C port here, which isn't the most convenient things sometimes. And yeah, it also has a grip here and some custom buttons. This thing doesn't have it, guys, but this feels lighter, somehow really lighter in the hand. Feature number one, guys, this is the Hall effect, which means that both the joysticks, this and all the triggers on the back are using magnetic sensors, which means that you should have almost no stick drift. You should have a very good precision, and it also means that you can use this for a long time. Having no mechanical components, guys, no friction, hopefully means that this is very durable. Also, what we can see, that this thing here looks very sturdy, by the way. This is a good indication. Now, what is this thing here, guys? Okay, remember I told you in the beginning that you can change your buttons, physically modify your layout. How does this thing work, guys? You just go, oh my god. Yeah, all right. So this is the A button. How can I put it back? Just try to put it back. Okay, now it's back. And you can do this for all the other buttons as well. Just remove them like this, and you can physically reassign the buttons. I think this is very cool for those who want to really use like a custom setup. Before we go further, let's try to check on this, guys. What is this? This looks like rubber, and I guess if you say it's rubber, then you've guessed this thing correctly, guys. So it seems that you are allowed to change the pads here. So let's say that if you want to get more friction, more grip, you can take this very big thing here and put it on the controller, all right? And of course, you can probably also use some custom ones. This is very, very cool, by the way, because it means that you can use this thing with variety of devices. There are these things here that you need to align and just put them like this and they are going to stick. How can you connect this to your phone? So the GameSir X5S, guys, actually supports 3 types of connection. So the first one is the Bluetooth one, which is probably the one that I'm going to use. But if you want to really go latency free, you can use also the attached cable, all right, and hook it up to your phone. Now, this is USB-C. This is USB-C. So the cable that they have provided will probably work if you want to hook it up to your PC, but you need to secure your own cable. And there is also the 2.5 gigahertz wireless option, guys, but for that you need a USB dongle, which is also not included. If you want to connect it to an Android phone, you need to hold the home button with the 8 button for 2 seconds, all right? So this is the connection to Android. If you want to do this for Switch or iOS, you need to hold the home button with this button here, which is the I button, and then hopefully this is going to turn red. If you want to connect it to PC or Android or etc. in a DS4 mode, you should hold this button with the B button again for 2 seconds, okay? Just hold it for 2 seconds, guys, and you're gonna see this is gonna start blinking like this. After the successful pairing, you can also download the GameSir application, because why not? It's going to give you indication of what happens. And yes, by the way, you are not wrong, guys. It says 100%. Why? This baby here has a 840 milliampere of a battery, and you can click here the gamepad test, guys, and you can perfectly see how well or not well your buttons do work. So right now I'm testing all the buttons, all right, the D-pad here, okay, this button, all right, the home button as well, okay, the A, the B, the Y, yeah, all my triggers, absolutely everything works as expected. Also, guys, there's gonna be the joystick setting, all right? If you just really want to go crazy and define your own dead zone and define your own custom values for the dead zone, you can use this app. Another important feature is the firmware upgrade, which you can do from the GameSir app. It's here. I'm gonna check, by the way. Yep, current firmware for some reason 0.0. So okay, I'm gonna click the update firmware, guys, and you can see it's gonna download it like no seconds, and then it's going to update the firmware via Bluetooth. So my recommendation is always update the firmware of whatever peripheral you're using, guys. Could be a smart ring, could be a smartwatch, could be your phone, and even in case like this, this is also a device that has a firmware running it, so it's always good to update it to the latest one. Now it's time to show you some actions. So I'm gonna launch GameHub, guys. I'm gonna click here. From here, I've also added the GameSir X5S controller. I can click on the test and just test again, you know, all my sticks, the left sticks, the right one. All right, now it's all set, so I can use the B button and go back. And now it's time for me to show you some GTA 5 action with the GameHub that is again built by GameSir. And as the game is loading, guys, let's talk about some ergonomics. Honestly, when I first saw this thing, I was like, yeah, it's a bit too small, because for example, the one that I'm using right now, the one from Zyke, is just a tiny bit bigger, right? And I kind of like to have my handles big, but I can tell you guys, this has the advantages, because being that small, it perfectly aligns here, you know, in my palms, and I can really access all the buttons. And this thing is absolutely light, given the fact that the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max is a rather big phone with a 6.8 inches. So in terms of ergonomics, I think this sits very well. Also, what I do like is the fact that we have this textured element here providing additional grip in case your palms get sweaty. And guys, yeah, this is the GTA 5 PC version. As you can see, I'm running it with a good 60 FPS. It's on 720p. You can check my in-depth GTA 5 videos with the Xiaomi 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. So far, no issues, by the way. Yeah, again, this thing feels small, but it very good aligns in the hand and your palm. Alright, moving around. Yeah, feels, by the way, very good. Can I access all of the in-game settings? I think I can. Alright, settings. Okay, absolutely, I can go back. Our next game is gonna be Car X. Let's see how the GameSir X5S is gonna handle this game. By the way, I really like the fact that the phone really sticks, guys. I really like the fact that the phone really sticks. The clamping force is just good enough. As you can see, this is very playable. Now pay attention guys, down below here on the left stick we have an M button. Alright, and what happens is this M button can be used with various combinations as a turbo function if you want. You can also use this button to adjust the vibration intensity, so see here. Wow, Jesus Christ, let me try this. Oh my god, I can tell you, this vibration is absolutely monstrous. You can see my whole phone and desk vibrating. My next game is going to be Asphalt. Yep, handled it like a boss. I just started with doing waves. Oh, controller detected, switch to controller mode. I'm just gonna press confirm, boom, as simple as that. Feels absolutely marvelous. I can do all the actions. Okay, let me just try to see. Yeah, running is here. Yeah. By the way guys, the G-Touch mode, that is the home button with the RB button, allows you to use the controller and map it with some games that don't natively support controller. Things like Brawl Stars and some other games. Yeah, honestly, if that's your thing, there's gonna be plenty of options. So basically you can connect this thing to whatever you can think of, like being an Android phone, being an iPhone, and of course to your PC, and also to the Switch. And talking about the Switch, yeah, this is the Switch. Let's try to put it and connect it and see how this is gonna work. This is the Switch, the original Switch, the first one. So my Switch is inside guys. Now how do we connect it to the controller? Go here, click controllers, change the grip order guys. Now hold the button and remember, home button plus Y, 2 seconds, it's gonna start blinking red. All connected guys, so I can now try to play one of the Switch games. You can see I can move around. By the way, this is very annoying, and this is when they still can come in handy, because take a look guys, this is Nintendo, right? So the default is X, A, B, Y, but on Nintendo is yes. So what I can do right now guys, I can just pick up the buttons and just align them to the Switch, Nintendo style. Now let's try to see how the GameSir is gonna handle, oh, the Switch. Yeah, not an issue at all, but I think I lost my training. Honestly, this works absolutely as expected on the Switch. Now let's do a final recap. This thing, the GameSir X5S, being priced at 60 euros, I do believe is a quite competitive offer. Remember, you can connect this to all kind of devices like your PC, you know, your Switch, your iPhone with iOS, and also with Android. The magnetic Hall triggers here and the joysticks, I do believe this is very important. You can swap the silicon pads here. You can charge the included battery, 840 mAh, and of course you can put some very big devices, and you can physically swap the buttons here, which I do believe is probably the coolest function of this controller. So I think is a good product guys. If you want to test it out, I'm gonna leave a link down below. Thank you so much for watching this video guys. Stay safe, VST, over and bye.